the human desire of greed is so obvious that sometimes I walk and people are like just all about money. So if the people come to you with investment advice, what do you normally will give them after you plan for
Okay,
them on this?
so everything once everything is done, and then we talk about investment, which if y'all want to know now, everything went down, right? So cheaper, right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So in terms of investment, what happened is that I always give options.
Mm,
Of course, because as a financial consultant, I have a few people who say, okay, they think they're really savvy, so they want to do their own, which is great. It's fine. Some people go into stock, some people go to properties, some people
yes.
go to ILPs, that is investment linked policies, and
Mm,
then there's under unit, there also unit trusts, and then there's others like crypto, NFTs, and all that kind of stuff. Now, there's so many. So where do you start, right?
mm, mm.
Basically, when I talk to a client, there's a few questions I will always ask. Number one, do you have time to always look in your investment? If it's yes, okay. If you always say that you have a lot of time, then I'll say, okay, fine, do your own out there. And then, of course, make sure your risk appetite, okay? When you say risk appetite, meaning like when you invest, there's some companies that is like is very volatile, meaning it's very active. They can give you 8 to 10%, or even what, maybe 15% or whatsoever, but you also can lose 8 to 10% or 15%, whatever, right?
Mm, yes,
But also a few things for investment is that if you cannot always look at it all the time, then you want a fund manager. Then that's where the ILPs and unit trust comes in, where people are able to look out for you and all that. But of course, it's like having a helper in the house, a domestic
yes,
helper, because it's like
yes,
you can do it yourself, but now I'm paying somebody to help me do the work. So it's the
yes.
same thing. You can do that now. But the main thing about investment is also your risk appetite. Everybody wants to make money, but nobody wants to lose money. Correct me?
Mm, yes, of course, obvious. And just, like the human desire of greed is so obvious that sometimes I walk and people are like just all about money, and and of course, I don't get me wrong. I don't say that money is not important. Money is important. I need money to survive, but money is not a first thing that I walk around and tell people, oh, I need more money. I have to add value before I ask something to return. Am I right to say that? We have to
Yeah,
add value, like, and you don't even educate. I don't blame anyone right now. I'm just assume somebody that not educate themselves in the financially. Even you say in the house have a helper, but you should know how the house work as well. You cannot have a helper and you don't even know how to wash your dishes. So how do you wash the dishes? Still have to
exactly.
practice, have to
Yeah.
learn, have to hand on until you can manage someone. Because also a lot of people come to me and lay blame. They blame, oh, because advisor give me this, that's why I lose money. Oh, because of this investor told me this, because of the lawyer say this, because of the banker say this, because of the stock agency say this, because of the Asian property say this, because the news say this, because of the government. Everybody for upset them, because that's the easier to blame. So over time, I agree with you. People just want to make money. Nobody want to lose money. So we have to
Yes.
learn to manage this as well. We will make money and we will lose money in
Yeah.
in some way.
So I always take investment, right? Imagine this is a little boy on the escalator playing a yo-yo.
Yep.
So the escalator is going up, and the yo-yo, and he was playing the yo-yo. So you can
Mm,
understand, okay, investment for me is a long-term goal. Long term, it will definitely earn money, right? So what
yes.
happens is, but within the long term, there's this yo-yo going up and down, up and down, up and down. It is normal for the market to go up and down. It's not
Mm,
market will always go up. If
mm,
you think the market always go up, then there's something is wrong.
yep.
Okay, so as you know, like under the US side, okay, let's we'll not talk too much about the investment side. But the thing
Yeah.
is that, as you know, the US stocks have been gone up so high, and now they are trying to correct themselves. So they are going through a
Correct.
correction as of now. So some people say, "Oh my God, you went so down." Well, the thing is that because it went so high, it has to come down. If not, it cannot be controlled. You see.
Yes.
So Investment is something that you have to read up. Now, another thing, to all the audience out there, if you're a financial advisors or whoever tells you about all those funds, did you know that you actually can look it up online?
Yes.
Okay, you can. I always tell my clients, this is where you all can look it up. I can tell you my suggestions because we have fund managers that comes in and give out updated news. So, and I'm also very savvy in my investment. But that
Mm,
doesn't mean, but I always say, when you do this, you have to understand you will lose money and gain money.
mm,
Can't blame anyone because the thing is that it's also on the website. You can see it goes up or go down. Or you can call me if you're concerned about it.
yes.
Okay. So, like for me, when I talk to my clients in terms of investment, I always have an update with them every quarterly and stuff like that. To just, even if the market goes down, at least I tell them, hey, market goes down, it's time for you to top up money, to actually gain more.
Mm,
If not, then I was saying, okay, are we going to stay in the same fund or do we not stay in the same funds and all that kind of stuff? And then when it's high up, I say, hey, you gain money. Do you want to take out the profits or you just want to reinvest? So, so that's what I do a lot with my clients in terms of investments and also other kind of policies. Okay, so for women out there, all of us want to make money. I will tell you that. Oh yeah, definitely. For ourselves, for our kids, for our retirement, for whatsoever reasons. But the thing is that it has to do step by step.
yes.
Yeah.
Step by
So
step.
it's
Take
a step
time.
by step, and then you need to know where are the holes in your umbrella. So we are protected,
Yes.
right? But we need to know the holes. If you do not
Yeah.
know the holes, I mean, truly, you ask some women, right? If you ask a few of my lady friends, and I say, hey, what insurance do you have?
Mm,
I think I have life, but I think I only have this. I don't know. My husband buy.
mm,
Now,
mm.
if you don't know your gaps, you don't know your holes, then how sure are you that you're protected?
Yes.
When the time comes, they realize, oh, you know, when it's raining and I open my umbrella, it's like, wait a minute, why am I still so wet? Because of
Mm,
all the holes. You
mm,
see? So it's always good to do a review with an advisor.
mm,
A review doesn't mean that the advisor has to sell any stuff to you. Okay? So what I do for my clients is that I do a review, meaning like even when a new client comes to me, the first thing is I'm not going to sell them anything. For me is I will say, okay, whatever insurance that you have, let me see it first. I'll go through what you have to make sure you understand, because it's very important that you know what you have first before you can buy anything else,
mm.
right? So
Yes.
go through all of that, and then I would say, okay, here are the gaps. Now, after knowing the gaps, do you want to do anything about it? If you do not
Mm.
want, it's a choice. If
Yes.
you want to do something, it's also a choice.
Yes.
Ultimately, it's what you want, what you need. Okay, so I think that's my step and step in terms of my services for my clients. But for especially what you say of me about women, right, is that we need to get our foundation really right, the budgeting side right, the emergency. Now we want to grow our money. Now we want to invest. And if you do not have not invest before, please do have someone that you trust that is able to guide you through, or financial advisor.
Mm. That's a very good advice right there, because when I didn't have knowledge about finance, I would tell myself, I'm blame myself for that. Like why I'm so stupid, why I'm so dumb, why I cannot manage money, why I cannot make more money, and so on. But then I learned one thing: invest inside myself first and be patient and educate myself. It's really changed the game for women. Really, it's for me. It take me few years, and then I feel that few years is the most like changing life forever. Like beside of my daily job, I used to work for big brand in Singapore. Beside of that hour, I use my spare time at night to educate myself, to take courses, to learn, to invest, and so on. And it really helped a lot for my personal experience. So yes, it is can be manageable. It can be done as long as we work inside and also your time and so on. I have another